Mr. Chairman, ladies and gentlemen, I will show you here a very nice animal which lives in the intertidal zone between low and high tide. The Pomatolaeus krausi, it's a serpulid worm, a tube worm having calcareous tubes, which lives in the Indian Ocean and the Pacific Ocean, and it has been used as a marker of sea level. See, the organism is producing tubes, calcareous tubes like 10-15 centimeter long, 2-3 meter diameter, and its cross section is 2-3 centimeters. Here it is covered by sponges, which means it grows in a place where there are abundant nutrients, allowing it to have a lush growth of it. The tube worm, each tube has a specific extension in the tube, a kind of lip, which makes it easy to recognize. And also each tube has an operculum, which is a cover, which closes it during low tide, so when it's in arid condition, it will not get dried. The worm itself is in the right side, it's just a 1 millimeter diameter, small, very modest animal, which takes like heroic efforts to build such a nice bioherm. Bioherm is the feature which grows an accumulation of, it's like kind of a small reef. Bioherm, it grows together with barnacles, either on top or below barnacles, and next to the corallinacean algae, another rock-forming organism in the intertidal zone. This is the geometry. The photos were taken, of course, during low tide when we were walking along the tidal creek, and you can see that there is a 20, 30, 40, 50 centimeter high zone, which is densely covered by this organism. In the upper right picture, you see a kind of ledge of this organism, so it can be very wide depending on the amount of nutrients. On the lower left, you see that there is the growth is very much parallel with the water level. It's limited below and limited above. We don't really know what is the reason of the limitation. Probably there are competitive animals which kills the very young larvae at the time of their settlement. These animals like the turbulent water, so like on these concrete stairs, they grow where the water is more turbulent and supplies them with the most organisms. So this has a cemented calcareous tubes, therefore it can be fossilized pretty well. You see them in a late interglacial marine notch in Oman. These organisms cemented themselves to Eocene limestone. You see on the rock surface holes made by lithophaga boring bivalves. The Pomatolaeus krausi covers them, and it's subsequently covered by barnacles. All of these has been preserved within an uplifted late interglacial marine notch. The surface of the rock is supported everywhere by the lithophaga, and the worm is also positioned in a very narrow part in the marine notch. This is in several kilometers of seashore. We measured the elevation of the various boring and cementing organisms on the uplifted marine notch, and you can see that the Pomatolaeus with the yellow markers is probably the best marker of fossil sea level because it grows in the middle of the tidal zone. The tide here is like, let me see, like 2 meters above this region. And this is the upper part is a summary from various publications, and the lower part, how does the marine notch looks like in various parts of the Omanese coast during the last interglacial. The worm tubes are always in the middle of the notch, and they are very solidly marked fossil sea levels there. This study for Oman has been published last year, and we are working now on extending the results to other parts of the Indian Ocean, especially to Southeast Asia. Thank you for your attention.